On the show today, we have somebody who can be best described by 3 Ps: a perfectionist, a painter, and a patisserie. Namrataa Kripalani, founder of Forenntepatisserie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Siddharth. It's a pleasure to be here.
So Namrata, it's been over a decade since Forenttepatisserie has been around.
Absolutely.
What has the last 10 years been like for you?
Well, honestly, it's been a roller coaster ride. I started with converting my hobby into business. So that was a very, very big step for me. I've learned a lot along the journey. I've always been a perfectionist. I want to better my best at all the time. I'm always looking at improvising. So it's been tough, but it's been very, very rewarding as well.
You are an artist. You started your career by painting, and you had multiple exhibitions across India. How did the transition from painting to baking happen?
So my aunt is a baker,
Okay.
and the whole inspiration comes from her.
Okay.
And she used to take classes, and I would assist her. And since I'm very creative, and this is more like an offshoot to my creativity. Initially, I used to just bake for family and friends, but I got a phenomenal response because in 2002, I was making flavors like peaches and praline, apple cinnamon, a banoffee cake, an Italian tiramisu, mango cheesecake.
Which are almost unheard of.
They were unheard of, and I got a phenomenal response, and that's where it kind of took off. And then obviously I married a Sindhi, and he said, "Let's make money, baby." So that's how it became a career.
Okay, so that explains a lot, because you started, your painting was your profession,
Yes.
and baking was your hobby, but essentially you made baking into your profession as well. The start wasn't very easy, right? There were some tough years right in the beginning. What kept you going in those years, and you still managed to follow your passion, which I'm sure wasn't easy.
So we actually came to Pune with just 2 suitcases.
Okay.
And nowhere to stay. We've started from zero. But I'm a big believer of myself. I really believe in myself, and I believe I can do anything. And I also believe that you keep on hammering and keep on going on. You never give up. So I think that has helped me a long way. That's got me a long way.
Great. So are you always in a good mood when you cook, or is it when you bake, or is it the baking that puts you in a good mood?
It's kind of interdependent. In fact, a lot of times at home, when I've really had a very, very tiring day, I could come back home and cook a biryani for my husband.
Wow.
When he would be telling me I should be resting, but that's what I just love to
So
do.
he's a lucky man.
It's meditation for me.
That's really good to hear, and you do it with so much passion, and I'm sure that the work reflects that as well. Forenttepatisserie is a very interesting name. Where did the inspiration for the name come from?
Forente is a Latin word. It means to eat fervently.
How interesting.
It's one way to commit gluttony.
Okay.
And as you know, gluttony is one of the 7 sins.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that all your products and your cakes definitely encourage people to stuff their faces as much as possible.
Oh yeah.
So Namrata, as an artist, your personality or your outlook towards life is a huge part of your work. Does that still affect you to this day as to how your work comes out?
Definitely. I work from my heart and my emotions, and that shows in my business as well.
Okay.
And sometimes it's a bit firefighting in my head, really, when I'm looking at my business part of it.
Correct.
Whether I take a decision from my heart or my mind. So that's really something that I'm very much aware of.
Okay.
That I think from my heart. I do need help sometimes, so I look at a mentor or my life coach to help me out and really guide me into doing the right thing.
What is your favorite part of running a business, and what is your least favorite part of running a business?
So my favorite part obviously is when I'm creating something new. I love innovation.
Okay.
And my least favorite part is the finances of the business.
Okay.
Initially I never looked at it, but in time I've been looking at it, and it's kind of helping, and I'm starting to like it, but it's still not my favorite.
Not your favorite type. As a lady business owner, as a woman business owner, are there any challenges that you think are unique to you just because of your gender?
This whole food industry is very male dominated.
Okay.
And even the staff that we hire in our kitchens is mostly male. It's a challenge to be really there working amongst men,
Okay.
and still have them listen to you
Absolutely.
out of respect. So I think you have to really build that. So when you show a skill set to your staff who's working in the kitchen per se,
Correct.
they really look up to you, and they look up to you as like, they're going to learn from you as a teacher. So when that equation is set, it becomes much easier to be in the industry.
You work with a lot of H&I and ultra H&I clients.
Yes, we do.
That are as perfectionist about what they want and what they don't want. Attention to detail is very important in your field. How do you tackle somebody who's not very happy with, let's say, the product that you've created for them?
So to begin with, I'm really happy that I have fussy customers,
Okay.
because I'm myself a fussy customer. So it's easy for me to really cater to them.
Okay.
But I always like to put myself in their shoes
Mhm.
and see where they're coming from with any feedback that they have.
Okay.
And if we have to bend backwards to make a client happy, we do it. Then it doesn't matter whether we are making profit or not.
Wow.
That's not what we focus on.
So one of the perils or the pitfalls of running a business and starting a business is, how do you separate your own identity from the business identity?
I would say that Namrata is not Forente, but Forente is a very, very important part of Namrata.
Of course.
So that's something that I realized very soon in life.
Okay.
And I built up a lot of processes and put a lot of systems in place. So, if a new employee comes in, it's very easy for them to really get into the system and give a very efficient service to a client, service the clients efficiently and with ease. It's always been quite challenging for me. But I guess I've learned over a period of time
Okay.
how to really balance the two out. I put all my creative heart into it when I look at, dressing up a cake or creating new flavors.
Of course.
And obviously, I do have to look at the business side of it as well.
Correct.
Depending on what exactly the client wants. So we have a system in place where we get the customer feedback, what exactly they are looking for, and we take customer feedback very seriously.
The early years weren't very easy, Namrata. I know that they were, and you're a very successful business owner right now, but there are challenges and sacrifices that you've made that very few people know about. And business isn't all, just cakes and roses and good times. What were some of the sacrifices or challenges that you had to endure in the beginning?
We both started from zero, and we actually, my husband and I, we started this business together.
Okay.
Where he kind of helped me streamline it a little bit, and we started with catering to corporate companies. That's how and restaurants as well. We've never really taken finances from outside.
Okay.
We've always put in our own money. So there were times twice that we've had to really break our investments, as in we bought a house twice and we had to break the investment to just pump in business money back into business.
But that's the belief that you have in yourself and in the company and in the product, that's something that you want to follow.
I believe that if you want to do something,
Correct.
Go all the way or just don't bother at all.
Great. No, that's a great philosophy to live by, I think. Again, a decade of baking, we're looking at scaling up Forente, making it a much more well-known brand than it already is. What's the plan for the future? Where do you go from here? Where does Forente go from here?
I want this to be a destination for travelers. When they come to Pune, they visit Pune, it should be on the to-do list or to visit list.
Okay.
Like they have to go to Forente and try the dessert once.
And if there is one memory that you have of interacting with a customer, that is, that you've held on to all of these years, because obviously you make very special cakes and pastries, and you're with people in their time of joy, you're with people in their happy times. What is that one memory that that you really look back fondly on?
Well, I still remember that day. There was just a 3.5-year-old boy.
Okay.
He came into the cafe with his grandma.
Okay.
And she was really panting away. I made her sit. I offered her water.
So sweet.
And I was like, is everything okay? She said, yeah, but this boy has really taken me all around Pune just to look for a bumblebee cupcake that he loves. And he couldn't remember the name of your place. I think that was such an exciting time that a 3.5-year-old boy just enters in and just points out and says, Bumblebee. That joy, I don't think it can replace any other compliment that I've ever got. I would advise her that before starting anything new, to really take a holistic view
Okay.
of the whole thing, and not just think that I like to do this, so I want to pursue this as business. But it's very important to look at the whole picture, where you know all different parts of it. But I would like to also tell her that never give up,
Okay.
and just follow your heart.
Great. And finally, signing off, Namrata, we have a lot of budding entrepreneurs that are watching the show. We've got a lot of young corporate employees that are looking to become more successful at what they do. What apart from following their heart and following their passion and persevering, what is it that you would like to leave them with?
I think it's really important that they know why they want to do what they want to do.
Okay.
We all have a lot of passions in life, and people say follow your passion.
Absolutely.
But we can't blindly follow our passion.
And it doesn't really fill your stomach, does it?
It doesn't. So you
Correct.
really need to know why you want to do it, and then you can decide how you want to do it.
So you heard it from Namrata here, saying live your life 100%, no regrets, and whatever it is that you decide to do, whether it is follow your heart or your passion, be the best at it. Thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to seeing you all at the next episode of The CEO's Chair.